Here we go again. Welcome back to another MT Doctrine, and in this episode, I want to talk about the stupidity of Halloween 2014. It seems like every year I would need to do this. So in the human formula, I talked about what was my driving force of creating the human formula video series. It all started, well, it was many things. Sandy Hook. But another component was the Halloween costumes of 2013. Now, I just assumed that was a fluke. That doesn't happen every year. Well, as a recap, these were some of the Halloween costumes of 2013. You had people dressing up, their costumes based on the Trayvon Martin situation. Very classy. Or 9/11. Or being a victim of the Boston Marathon bombing. She took that at her workplace. I'm actually really surprised that her co-workers, that her company even allowed her into the building. That's very disrespectful. But I talked about this in the human formula. I talked about how there are people, especially these young people, because they're all young. I guess they get younger. We'll talk about that later on in this segment. But I talk about that these people, they have no empathy. They have no filters. They're basically unintelligent people. They are so oblivious. They're not thinking of others. They do not have common sense courtesy. Everything that I've been talking about as part of the MT Doctrine, the Halloween costumes is the best example I can give to anyone that explains who we really are as people. So once again, I thought that 2013, that Halloween season, it was a fluke. That wouldn't happen again. Yes, it happened again. So for 2014, this was an actual video article of the Young Turks that I saw, and it caught my attention. It made me think that this is going to be a yearly tradition of people doing stupid things. Well, that should be a daily thing, technically speaking. But for this Halloween season of 2014, the main theme was people dressed up as Ray Rice. I guess he's a football player. I don't watch sports, basketball, football. That's not my interest. So I guess there's a football player named Ray Rice, number 27. I only knew that because of the pictures, by the way. And I did know about this particular story. And there's a story where, just to keep it simple, there was an altercation with him and his wife in an elevator. I guess she attacked him and he hit her. Like he was this big guy. He just knocked her out. And she was knocked out. And he dragged her out of the elevator. Well, that actually sparked, I guess, the interest for Halloween 2014 costumes. Because you will see these pictures here that I'm presenting of people basically taking that particular situation, having fun with it. You're seeing them dressed up. Some of them have blackface. Okay? I even talked about that in the human formula, how that's not the right thing to do. It's not common sense courtesy. But some of these people, you see, you see the person, the guy, Ray Rice, number 27. And you see the wife, the bruised eye. And this is the icing on the cake for me. One of these was an actual kid, a little boy. And he's holding a doll, a girl doll with an eye, with a black eye. This just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not even talking straight here because I just can't believe that this is happening. They're making fun of domestic violence. They're laughing at this situation. And that by itself, and what happened in 2013, and what will continue to happen, begged a lot of questions in my head. So I'm very curious. What is the thinking behind choosing these type of costumes? I mean, really? Are they doing it? I'm sorry, are you doing it because it's funny? Are you doing it because you're trying to get attention and this is going to have people talking? I have really no intelligent answer for why anyone would do this. I don't. I'm really curious why people do it. People do not seem to understand that the choices that they make has consequences. I think people just act. They make a choice, they make a decision, but they do not think about why they're making that particular choice and what that choice could mean in terms of consequences. I don't think people are really aware of that. But it really comes down to common sense courtesy. And many people in this world, especially in this country, they do not have common sense courtesy at all. Remember, it is a type of intelligence and is something that is not taught in school. It's not taught anywhere. So it could be that people are doing these things because, again, they're making choices without thinking about it. Well, that's what common sense is. Common sense is the ability of stopping before you do anything, thinking about what you're going to be doing, the potential consequences, the risk involved. Is it something nice? Is it the right thing to do? Then from there, then you can proceed if it is the right thing to do, if it is safe, if it is considerate, all these particular things. I don't think people are doing that. If I have to make a decision on whether it's funny or whether it's to get people talking, I'm going to say all of the above. People's sense of humor is very unusual to me. The things that people find funny is not funny to me. It's just not. A lot of people find a lot of particular YouTube channels hilarious. They find it funny. I do not find it funny. But once again, I talked about this in other videos, YouTube is for young people. It's for millennials. It's for Generation Z. It's not for people my generation. So I think that type of humor is what millennials think. Well, I can't say that because I think in some of those Ray Rice pictures, I think some of those were older people. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they were younger. I don't know. I can't tell from the makeup and all, from the blackface and such. But it's not intelligent thinking. It's not an intelligent, wow, let me be this for Halloween. But choosing a Halloween costume, it is a personal choice. That's what it is. I can't influence other people's choices. That's why it's a personal choice. But they deserve every possible consequence that comes for them, whether it's losing their job, affecting their school, and the relationships with their friends and family. They deserve all the possible consequences so they can learn from the choices that they make. But these Halloween costumes, as I said before, they really illustrate the true nature of human beings. It shows our true colors. The world contains evil because human beings are aggressive animals. It shows what we are really, really like, what we are all about. So if there's an alien species that has come by, and they come by every Halloween, or maybe they came by one particular Halloween, and they seen what we have been wearing based on the very tragic events that's happened for that year, I don't think they'd be impressed to stay a while and talk to the intelligent people of the planet, because obviously the intelligence is not there. Furthermore, what was very interesting when I saw the article from the Young Turks talking about this situation was the number of dislikes for that video. I don't know how to interpret that one bit. That they disagree with the actions of these people with the Halloween costumes? Did they disagree with the hosts of the Young Turks, Jink and Anna, which basically were against that kind of costumes and called them idiots? I don't know. I can only interpret it that these people agreed, like, well, what's the problem? I don't see the problem. I see nothing wrong with a little boy dressed up as a football player and holding a baby doll that has a black eye. Domestic violence? Oh, that's fine. She deserved it. I see nothing wrong with that costume. Oh my goodness. It's common sense courtesy, and the country does not have it. I said this comment before. I wish I could return to my planet. I've been kidnapped from my home planet called Eartha, which is surrounded by intelligent people, type 2 intelligent people, that has a established education, and we have common sense and common courtesy. We're very intelligent people. We do the right thing. We don't do things like this for Halloween. And I was brought here to this country, which is around unintelligent people. I will continue to say that. Okay, I better stop doing this video because the Halloween costumes and stuff, I guess, under my skin because it's just the stupidity that I see. I wonder what dumb things will happen next year. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.